You're trying to focus on something else. Maybe you're working. Maybe you're trying to relax. But the same thought keeps returning. A conversation from earlier. A decision you're unsure about. Something you said that might have sounded wrong. Even when you try to move on, the thought comes back again. And sometimes it repeats over and over. Why does the brain do this? Why do certain thoughts seem to loop endlessly in the mind? To understand this, we need to look at how the brain manages unfinished problems. Because the brain does not like unresolved situations. In fact, the brain has powerful systems designed to keep attention focused on things that feel incomplete. Psychologists call this the Zeigarnik Effect. It describes a simple pattern in human cognition. The brain tends to remember unfinished tasks or unresolved situations more strongly than completed ones. And this effect appears in everyday life. If you complete a task, your brain usually releases it. But if something feels unresolved, the brain keeps returning to it. Here's where it gets interesting. This pattern is deeply connected to how the brain predicts and controls the future. The human brain is constantly building internal models of the world. These models help predict what will happen next. Prediction allows the brain to prepare actions, avoid danger, and navigate complex environments. But when something uncertain happens, the brain's predictive model becomes unstable. A question appears that has no clear answer. Did that person misunderstand what I said? Did I make the wrong decision? Will this situation turn into a problem later? When the brain encounters uncertainty like this, it keeps analyzing the situation. It runs possible scenarios. It tries to update its predictions. And that process can create the feeling of thoughts repeating in your mind. But the brain doesn't stop there. Another network becomes involved. This system is known as the default mode network. The default mode network is active when the brain is not focused on an external task. When you are resting, daydreaming, or thinking about the past or future, this network becomes highly active. The default mode network connects several brain regions involved in memory, self-reflection, and future planning. It allows the brain to simulate experiences, to review past events, to imagine future possibilities. And this leads to an unexpected effect. When the brain encounters an unresolved situation, the default mode network begins exploring possible explanations. It runs mental simulations. What did that comment really mean? What could happen tomorrow? What if the situation turns out badly? This process can be useful. It allows the brain to learn from past experiences and plan for the future. But when uncertainty remains unresolved, the system can become stuck in a loop. The brain keeps searching for a clear answer, but the answer never fully appears. So the thought returns again. But the brain does something even stranger. The more emotionally important the thought feels, the more attention the brain allocates to it. If the thought involves potential social consequences, future risk, or personal identity, the brain may treat it as highly important, and highly important thoughts are reviewed more frequently. This is why certain thoughts feel persistent. They are being flagged by the brain as high-priority problems to solve. But from a biological perspective, this system evolved for a useful reason. For most of human history, unresolved problems could be dangerous. A broken relationship, a possible conflict, a risky decision. Thinking about these situations repeatedly helped early humans refine their behavior and improve their chances of survival. But in modern environments, the system sometimes overactivates. The brain may continue analyzing situations that are no longer relevant or dangerous. And once you understand this mechanism, something important becomes clear. Your brain is not trying to annoy you. It is trying to solve a problem. The repetition is simply the brain's way of saying, this situation still feels unresolved. By the way, if you're interested in understanding how the brain and body actually work, this channel explores the science behind those systems. Many everyday mental experiences begin to make sense when you understand the biological systems behind them. And recurring thoughts are a perfect example. They are not random. They are the result of prediction systems and attention networks trying to stabilize the brain's model of the world. Vera explains the science behind how the human system works. Subscribe if you're curious about the biology of being human.